Well, start of the Dusky Track. It's been dropped off by the boat. Oh, it's so good to be back in New Zealand tramping. I just want to take photos of everything. It's like stepping back in time. Sand flies are insane. Here we are, just walking up the Hiroko burn. I think the aim of the day is halfway hut. I'm just going to take my time. Whole trail's only 84k. I've got 7 days. A little bit of rain forecast for this afternoon and this evening. But other than that, the forecast is looking pretty good. I'm going to get a couple of sunny days. This whole area gets like, I think it's 5 or 7 metres of rain a year. The track is notorious for becoming flooded in big rain. Pretty clear at the moment. Boing! Down there. Well, a couple of hours in, and this track is everything that I expected and love about hard New Zealand tramping tracks. People think I'm nuts. Why would you do this on your holidays? Walk through mud for a week? Because I freaking love it. It's certainly not a fast track. You're not going to tick off the kilometres super quick through here. Just the terrain doesn't allow it. Lots of rooty, slippery sections, ups and downs. Really got to watch your footing. Just had some lunch. Typical lunch. Salami and cheese with wraps. It's only a short one though because of the sand flies. But, tell you what, progress is slow. I knew it was going to be a hard track, but it is just a mud pit at times. But enjoying it. Just slow. I missed the first one because I could cross the river on foot. Wet foot crossing, but I still got to cross, but here we go. First walk wire. A ladder on the other side to get down. Halfway hut. Halfway to what? I'm not quite sure, but a couple of rooms. Halfway, 14 bucks. There you go. That's another bed for the day. Should be 2 others joining me tonight from Canada. Came across on the boat. Well, I'm glad I'm taking it slow and hut by hut, because if I pushed on to Lake Rowe, I'd be caught out in this still. Be absolutely saturated. So I'm pretty happy. I got myself a 5 gallon, nice slow combustion. Having a bit of dessert. I've had tea. This thing here, apple pie from Backcountry Cuisine. I carried this on the AAWT and didn't eat it. Bloody spectacular. Well, good morning. Just out of halfway hut. Just starting day 2 on the Dusky, and this is why the Dusky is so tricky. It rained last night. It poured actually. and this is the track. It's hard to tell if I'm following a track or a river. This is insane. I love it. Pretty cool. This is the track right next to this raging river. We've got the two Canadians behind me, Alex and Jackie. They're a fair bit slower. Trying to keep feet dry too, which for me, with trail runners, absolutely impossible. I'm not even going to try. I think they are wet within 30 seconds of stepping out of the door. Coming out into the open tops into the tussock country. It's about midday, I'd say. Not quite lunch. I've never hiked in such a wet area before. Sure. It's more sponge than ground. So wet. Lake Row Hut. Sun is sort of coming out. I'd really love to get up to some of these tops if the weather holds out. I'm going to check the hut out. Lake Row that way, so we'll go and explore that later. Well, I was waiting for conditions to improve to go to Lake Row. I had all my stuff drying. I heard rain on the roof. And that rain's bloody turned to snow now. Holy shit. Was not expecting that. Well, I'll have to get the fire going and bunker down. Canadians will be happy if I had a fire. Kick back and have a coffee. Stay warm. Man, I don't think the sun is going to come out today. I'm not sure that I'm going to get up the tops. It's getting worse and worse, snowy. It's just starting to settle on the ground now. The snow has cleared. I've got the fire going. I reckon it's clear enough to make my way up to Mount Row and have a look. Well, that was bloody good timing. The weather's about to set in again. I would have liked to get up onto some of the high peaks, but the weather's just not going to allow that. Jeez, I could not have timed that any better. Like, I've literally just got back to the hut and the rain has started again, probably turning to snow. Just leaving Lake Row Hut this morning, and this will give you some idea of just how tough this track is. What a playground. A couple of hours in for the day. I'm just not sure I'm going to get the views that I was hoping for. I was looking at my shoes and I don't think they're going to go the distance. I've already made a repair on this side. I think that's my view of the Dusky Sound. Hopefully it improves. There we go, it's a better view. from the bay, but this is probably going to take several hours. Camera won't do it justice, but here we are, started the steep stuff. For a bit of reference, there's my poles. That is not quite 90 degrees, but I don't know, 80, 75, something like that. And foot placements aren't great. Slow and steady. And the first chain, and I can see why. It's basically like low level rock climbing. I don't need my poles, I'm just going to throw them down, I think. At the bottom. Steep. Slowly making my way downhill. Not far off, but a little ways to go. It's already been an hour. Onto the flat stuff now, but still, it's just all roots, tree roots. Pretty slippery. It's been unrelenting, just vertical all the way down. Here's a pop twice with the quick descent in elevation, and I can hear the river, which I have to cross down the bottom. Well, I think I'm down the bottom, pretty close to the river. Ground's starting to flatten out. Tell you what, that was the most epic downhill I think I've ever done. It's taken about 2 hours to get down for only a short distance. Wow. Just about at Loch Marie Hut, because here is the three-sided shelter on the other side of the river. If the river is too much to cross, they suggest staying here until it lowers. I thought it was a wet river crossing, but it's not. There's a walk wire, pretty bloody big one. Tell you what, you wouldn't want to be afraid of heights doing this. This is like the top of a, I don't know how big, 5 metre ladder, I reckon. Oh, here we are, lovely Loch Marie Hut. Pretty standard. I think it's a 12 sleeper. What a spectacular place for a hut. There's Loch Marie. How's that for a backdrop? How we doing? This is day 4, I think, on the Dusky. You can see the hut in the background there, and the lake in the front. And I am up way high above the lake. Heading to Supper Cove today. Should be nice. Sun should be coming out today. Might even take a swim. This section of track's a really mixed bag. You get these really nice little bits, flat track. It makes, pretty flowy, easy to do. And then you just come to some absolute choss, scrambly, up and down. Snakes and ladders time. For now I've got this lovely little trail, which is nice, it's fast, it will not last. The track notes suggest timing you run into Supper Cove with the tides, which I had a look at the tides, but they're not in my favour today. So it will be high tide, which means I have to take the high route, which the track notes say is scrambly and unpleasant. When it's low tide, you can cut across on the sound itself and just walk on the tidal flats. Pretty soon should be coming out to the coast, and then I can make a decision if the tide is low enough. Do I make a start on the low tide route, or do I just stay with the high route? Decisions. Supper Cove hut is around there. This high route follows around. Tide's out, but it is expected to come back in. I might be able to cut a little bit off here and then bail out to the high route. Yeah, it's starting to come in already, so I think I'm just going to cut this corner of the beach off and then head to the high route. Well, I'm not far off Supper Cove hut, only about 10 minutes away. So I've walked most of the high route, and I'm just a bit confused with the trail notes that say scrambly and unpleasant. In comparison to which part of the Dusky, I didn't think it was that bad. Certainly no worse than any other section that I've hiked to get to this point. Go for a swim, the sun's out. No way, blue sky. Might even have the place to myself tonight. I don't think there's anyone coming in behind me. So I'm at the beach, right, at the Sounds. It's sunny. I've been on the track for 4 days. I need a wash. So there's only one thing I'm doing, and that's stripping down and I'm going in. Stunning spot. Alright, shoe update. Repair number 2. Pretty much this whole top layer here is splitting. So patch number 2 with dental floss. I'll see how that holds out. I'm running short of dental floss now. I've only got about half a foot, and the other shoe will need the same, I think, in exactly the same spot. So, out of Supper Cove this morning, and a big day planned. I left early, headed for Kintail Hut today, 26k. Here we are. I've just backtracked from Supper Cove back at Loch Maree Hut. Might just pop into the hut, grab some water, update the hut log, and move on. The track notes for this section to Kintail say 6 to 8 hours, so similar time to Supper Cove. Took me about 5.5 from Supper Cove back to Loch Maree, so I'm just under the dock time, but I was racing. Pretty boggy in lots of sections. I guess the interpretation of the track notes is where it says area subject to flooding, interpret that as low-lying mud pits. This is the best track ever. We're just like, there's a marker there, like literally above the river. On, I don't know, it's not a cliff, it's an edge. And the track is basically just handholds on roots. Watch your footing. Waiting for that to collapse. Oh, you gotta love the Dusky. And then as you're walking around on top of this cliff, you realise there's big freaking holes underneath all this. classy Dusky Trap. Here's my hiking pole. This is set at 115 metres. Oh my god. That's at least, I don't know, 80 centimetres. Don't be putting your foot in that. After little avalanche zone, I'm trying to pick my way through it. That's the tough bit. It's a big jumble. Right at the end of the fucking day. Oh, they were wet, but they were clean. Not anymore. It's been a hard day. Oh, look, more of this awesome stuff to walk through. Find some water to wash these off now. Filthy. Here we go, perfect spot. I made it. Kintail hut. What an epic day. Only 26 kilometres, but it is taken 11.5 hours. Right, end of day 5 shoe update. Oh, the old trail runners are not going so good after 800k. This whole top line of mesh has split. We've now got a hole on this side as well, right through. Another hole opening up here. Good news is the old dental floss holding up really, really well. But I haven't got much of that, so I might be in a bit of strife. But what I did find is some fishing line, so I reckon I'm going to use this and stitch these up a third time. Damn, that ain't going to work. The fishing line's too thick. I can't pull it through. I've been trying and trying and trying. I've already broken one needle. Just out of Kintail hut this morning, and it's a big climb up today to Centre Pass. Steep straight out of the gate. Really humid today, so I'm travelling slow. It's only like 5 hours. Plenty of time. I've got all day, so I'm in no rush. The Seaforth River, that's what we're following. Up. Nothing like putting your trust in a couple of wires when you're like 10 metres above a bloody waterfall. It's spectacular. Here's the real steep stuff now. There's the track. Straight up. That was tough. Tell you what, if you slipped anywhere there, you'd be screwed. You'd be headed straight down. Camera never does it justice. That's about, I don't know, 20 metres straight down. Keep going. But for most of these sections, you're essentially climbing. Walking poles are absolutely useless. You're pulling yourself up on roots. It is a full body workout for sure. And quite literally just climbing a ladder of roots, hand over hand, bringing the feet up. Wow, thoroughly enjoying this. This has got to be one of the most technical sections of a tramp I've ever done, or a hike. Oh, I just had to squeeze around this tree to get up there. We're on the edge of the freaking cliff. Oh, loving it. What a great view. Almost broken through the tree line. A little bit to go. Getting onto the tops. Towards Centre Pass. Through the middle there. Centre Pass. It's a big climb up. About 3.5 hours from Kintail. Looks like a good spot for a break. That's the view. Wow. even up here, there's bloody sandflies. I thought I'd be able to sit down, have a break, probably have some lunch, but no, they're driving me nuts. I'm just gonna have a quick snack and then keep moving. Centre Pass was the last big climb of this Dusky Track. So the rest is essentially downhill. Well, that's pretty cool. You're doing this massive descent downhill, and the trail is taking me down there, but it's just come out on top of this landslip area. Well, I'm not going to get too close to the edge, but it's opened up a view of this waterfall. This is novel. I'm not having to jump around water points and mud. This is great. Up a ski hut, and for the first time on this trip, my feet aren't muddy. West Arm, 14 kilometres to go tomorrow. That will see me out. Kintail Hut, so that's only 7.5k, but geez, that took 5.5 hours. I was going pretty slow. Look at the sandflies out already. Jeez. Well, good morning from Spee Hut, Upper Spee Hut. This is the last day of the Dusky, and it wouldn't be a Fiordland, it wouldn't be the Dusky if it wasn't raining. I'm just looking at my weather forecast on my Garmin. From 1 o'clock right through the night, most definitely 100% chance of rain. So it's going to be a wet day. I'm in no rush to get out of here. I'll just bide my time, drink my coffee and get packed up. Well, there's no escaping this rain this morning or today. It's going to be all day, so I'm just going to hit the track. I might have a change of plan. I'll have enough time to meet the 4 o'clock ferry to Matapore. It'll be a day early into town, but I'll just find a hostel room somewhere, I'm sure. Great start to the day, and I'm going to be saturated at the end of the day. Let's do it. This track is nuts. Alright, I'm ready to be done with this track now. Thoroughly saturated. There's so much tree fall to deal with. Well, this is just a small one, like big stuff you got to crawl through or under on all fours. Oh, this is just unrelenting. A couple of hours to go. This is a sidle track. Just pushing along the river, but it's not really on the contour. It's just all these pointless ups and pointless downs. So this will take me up. And yep, sure enough, it's going to take me straight back down. Then negotiating shit like this in the wet, like everything is just so slippery. I'm just gonna take my time, not rush it, not getting any wetter. Fucking caught me out. Oh shit, that's like knee deep. Oh my god. Let me get myself out of here. I saw the map today, it was like flat, and I thought, oh, this would be easy. This would be a piece of piss, 14k. I'll smash that out. Thinking it'd be on nice track. Silly me. It's the Dusky. You gotta love it. Otherwise you'd cry. Keep going. Not done yet. I don't need to cross that. It's quicker to just walk across here, I reckon. Ah, there goes something very precious in my life, and that is the partner to this thing. They have seen me through more than 10,000 kilometres of hiking. I just took my pack off. I had, because I got the brolly, I had one down the side. It's gone. But I'm not going back for it, no way. No, not going back. Someone can have a trekking pole. I know there's a fella behind me that broke 2 of them, so he can have mine. That's a sad day. These things have saved my life so many times. In my tent poles. Anyway, I haven't got far to go. Rain's not easing any. I'm just gonna have a quick snack. Been pretty tough, and then I'll charge down the road to west and then I'm going to catch the 4 o'clock ferry out of here. Cool. There's like literally 5 minutes of track left. Fucking blowdowns. Jesus. 5 minutes of track. Still scrambling over shit. And falling. Oh, Jesus. What a mess. Oh, it's just, everything's so slippery. 5 minutes of track left. And look, I gotta get through all that. You can do it. Come on, son. No complaining. You asked for this. This is meant to be fun, right? Imagine starting the track from the opposite way and facing this in your first 5 minutes. Oh, you'd be questioning what the hell you're doing. Oh wow. Woo. And just like that, the Dusky Track is done. Wow. "45 minutes to the ferry." I'll catch that at 4 o'clock. Man, the Dusky Track has been the most epic 7 days of my hiking career. It's been bloody awesome. It's rough, very rough. Extremely steep, extremely wet, extremely muddy, remote. So if anything goes wrong, you're a long way from help. But boy, that was the bloody best track ever. That's my benchmark of epic from now on. Dusky Track done. Let's get to the ferry